and that will be a lot of fun as always. From the commentary box, thanks for joining us. Good night.
That's a wrap. Thanks very much to all the international viewers for joining us, to all our local viewers, and it goes the way of number 2, Wada Wada. Certainly been a very good race for the St. John Grey stable. Well done to Smanga Kumalo as well. Well done, Smanga. Obviously, when you pick up rides like this, nothing wrong. You've done a good job. Well done.
A big thanks to Mr. Gray. I don't think I'll be here, and I don't think I'll be doing this interview, but Mr. Gray came to me, he said, you know what, Smanga, you want to rather we know you want to sit in a jockey room. So I thought of it. Obviously, I thought I would leave early, but I just, Mr. Gray has always been good, and he knows his horses, and I thought this horse, actually, Warren was on top of it, and he's been knocking it. Last 2 rounds actually was very good. I thought, okay, fine, Mr. Gray, I'd like to ride a winner. So big thanks to him. And this guy is a big guy. He sort of like needs you to actually make him do it. Otherwise, he'll just stay there. So Mr. Gray did give me that hint, and I just knew that if I had to come out and let him be there in the open, whatever comes, he'll fight it. But the stable companion didn't want to budge, but this horse here knew where the line was, and he fought on gamely, and he did his best towards the end. And I think Mr. Gray, as he said, once he matures properly, he'll be a nice horse. And he's still racing a little bit in a green side, but there's more in there.
I don't want to keep you too long, Smanga. Obviously, you guys have had a long day, so well done over here, and certainly picked up the ride, and you've produced it to best, so congratulations.
Thank you so much again. Well done to the guys that does the hard work behind the scenes. Also to my sponsors, Maurice Fontaine and Vohopa Strip. Well done to them.
Super. Well done, Smanga Kumalo. Well done, Mr. Gray. I know that the previous race, I think you run 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Yeah, you've run 1, 2 and 3, and nothing wrong. It's like having 2 winners, isn't it?
No.
Not quite as good the feeling.
Don't call me greedy, Gray, for nothing. Joke. No, I'm thrilled, absolutely thrilled. I mean, I thought that the Azzy horse was going to be very difficult. And the way he moved up at the 400, I thought, it's just a question of how far we're going to run behind him. But yeah, look, I mean, I was very impressed with my first timer. My first timers don't usually run like that. But that's Luke. I mean, he's a very competent man, and when I can get him, when Sean gives us a chance. But he was on the phone straight away. He was on the phone as soon as he saw that he didn't have a ride for Terry. He phoned me and said, "I know exactly what you want me to do on the horse," even before I'd said anything to him. And because he won a race for me not too long ago, doing very same tactics, and yeah, when he does that from that draw, that helped a lot.
Well, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of the big guys on the phone for the ride next time out. But as you say, Luke, top class, Smunga, top class. So you really had the big guns over here.
Yeah, don't forget Raymond. I mean,
Correct.
Raymond being drawn as wide as he was, couldn't quite get where he needed to be, but he didn't panic as Raymond does. And he came through beautifully at the end, and I think a little bit more ground for this guy next time. I think Raymond will be right there.
Mr. Gray, it's not the first time you've wrapped up racing for us. Well done. Good afternoon.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Yeah, thanks so much.
Super. Well done to Mr. Gray. Good to have him in the winners' enclosure. Obviously, the race before, he ran second, third, and fourth. In this particular race, he's run first, second, and third. So it's certainly been a good afternoon for Mr. Gray. And, of course, to Smunga Khumalo, who picked up the ride and certainly very able. I know that Warren Kennedy had to shoot off after the races were delayed. They've got aeroplane flights, whatever you may be taking back to Durban, back to the family. But very good ride, Smunga Khumalo. Well done. Take your hat off, sir. And that just leaves me to say thanks very much to everybody. I mean, it's been a sterling afternoon. I know it's been a very pushed out one. The guys have been here for a long time. So to the jockeys in the jockey room, thanks for sticking it out. To the staffs, to the handlers, all the guys, the camera guys, they do a fantastic job as always. To Sean McCurdy heading up the production, and even Uncle Dave. I know that we've had a bit of banter and I'm not in the good books. I have to run off the race course after the very last, but thanks to Uncle Dave and to Alistair Cohen. Well done on your horse, Banner Bridge, running a cracker in the previous race. He'll certainly win his races, doing a sterling job in the commentary box. From myself, Brandon, thanks very much. I'll chat to you again next week. Enjoy the Sun Mets. Get those promotions, get everything, get the money, and make sure that you hit them hard.
Ready to race. Gates crash open, and they're racing. Top line not away well on debut, gave away a couple of lengths. Power shot at the outside of Putin's Promise. They're the first two to break. Third place, we found Wada Wada in the standard St. John grey colours, but three deep into